All right, everybody, I'm back, and this time I'm going to give you my full thoughts on the Joe Montana 16 mobile game. Mobile game. And I took some notes. Um, but first, let me give you guys just some more raw feelings about this. And I, just like a lot of other people, need to cut this hair off my face. I'm looking real crazy right now. But I, just like a lot of other people, I feel like crap. Um, it's because I had hopes in this game. I had hopes in this game being a console game and not really being a competitor to Madden, but just being something else for us to play football wise. And I do kind of feel led on. And I'm pretty sure a lot of guys feel led on. Now, there was a lot of tales um, that you could have just caught on to that would have told you to think otherwise of this game. And there's a specific reason on why I decided to only post one video about Joe Montana 16. And that was pretty much just the announcement that there was going to be a Joe Montana 16. The reason I only posted one, and if you frequent my streams, I get this question a lot. Why is it? What do you think about Joe Montana 16? And I was talking to regular Dave about this, and I'm like, I don't think that they're coming out with a game. Now, this was all of about a month or two ago. I'm like, I don't think that they're coming out with a game based purely on the fact of there's no marketing going on. There's no promoing, there's no promotions, there's nobody reaching out to the guys with voices that could push their game. I've reached out to them and have gotten nothing in return. So that kind of told me something was off about this game. And I was thinking more so like, okay, maybe the game just isn't ready, right? Because you don't announce. Well, the game wasn't like announced, but you don't let people know a new football game is coming out, and then don't strike up any type of media buzz, or you don't strike up any type of promoting like commercials. Promoting this thing on ESPN, Sports Center, Sports Nation, and things like that. That's what games usually do. Like if you think back to All Pro Football 2K8, they had Jerry Rice come out because he was like the spokesperson for this game. He was the face of this game. You had him and Barry, and I believe John Elway, but I don't remember John Elway doing any promoing like face first for this game for All Pro 2K8. But they was on Sports Center and everything on ESPN. They was on everything. They was on, I think back at the time it was Cold Pizza. I don't even think it was First Take at the time when it was Skip and Woody. They were there. And we weren't getting any of this from John Madden Football 16. We were barely getting anything from John Madden himself. Not John Madden. What's the boy name? Joe Montana. We weren't even getting anything from Joe Montana rather than outside of just the cryptic tweets. So that let me know that this game just wasn't ready. And I was kind of predicting that maybe this game is like in its pre-alpha. Like they're still, getting the concept together. Don't really have anything down on script yet. So that was my thought. Then I was thinking like, there's no way that this game could come out this year. There's no way it can come out this year because if we're not even at a point where we're promoting the game, there's no way that the game is ready. It's just not. So I stopped covering. And I just kept paying attention to what guys were talking about, paying attention to the moves that Damon Groh was making, paying attention to the moves that Joe Montana was making, just to see if there was anything that, any type of hint that they could drop that I might be missing out on. And yes, I just did that so that you can see my shirt. I will make these available soon. But I also wanted to reach out to them personally to see if they did want any type of coverage on this game. Because if they did, then that lets me know that they're, full steam ahead in pushing this thing. But I didn't really get anything. So I sat back and I chilled. and I waited, and I just wanted to see what would unfold. And I seen the guys from the Sim Standards and the guys coming out the woodworks about, making their videos about speculation and things like that. Would this be better than Madden? Is it possible that it can compete in X, Y, Z? I just sat back and, I seen some of them guys getting, just a couple of clips. Like, I think it was like one particular clip with a guy jumping over the other guy a little bit that was trying to tackle him. Okay. So my thought was, okay, so they are going on console, just like everybody else. I'm thinking, all right, maybe they are going on Xbox exclusively. I mean, they had the meeting with Microsoft in Seattle. It just led me to believe that they were going to be going with Xbox and PC. And the announcement comes that they're going to be going with iOS, which is a mobile app for iPhone. Then they're going to come out with it on Android, which is a mobile app for Android. And then PC. The end. So the question is, does this hurt them? I mean, of course it hurts. Of course it hurts their sales because there's a bitter taste that you can leave in a diehard community's mouth. It's a taste to come. What you do is you don't troll. This is a troll job. This is definitely a troll job. But you don't troll groups of people who have been clamoring for a football game. You don't do that because we haven't had like another football game or even another licensed football game in over 10 years. So for the guys working on the game and Joe Montana himself, if Joe Montana did say this, for them to question whether or not there's demand for another football game, you clearly do not have your eye on the football community, because people have been up in arms wanting a new football game. It's not even in question. It's not a question. People want another football game. A lot of people are either tired of Madden or just want a different experience, or just want to play them simultaneously. You play this game and then you play this game. You want a different experience. You get tired of the same experience over and over and over. And then for them to come up with a tweet, it's not just a roster update. Oh, really? So we got a game coming on console, huh? Okay. You're right. It wasn't just another roster update. It was a mobile app. It was a mobile app. And just how quickly guys could get on board with your idea of creating a football game for people to play is just how quickly they can leave you on your own and not even download your mobile app. Not even download it. And all of those people that you had interested in the game, I wouldn't be surprised if about 95% of them don't even download it. Because that's a very, very bitter pill to swallow. Is to have people hold up and you cryptically tweet and you're taking shots at Madden. And people, the shots that you're taking at Madden are seen by the people who despise Madden but are pretty much just stuck because they love football so much. And it's the only game that they have to play. And you're taking shots. So they're getting on your side. And then when you punch them in the nuts and you let them know that this is only a mobile game, you John Lube. You done fucked up. You definitely done fucked up, and you fucked over those people. From the start, this should have been known as we're releasing a full football game on mobile. This way you don't mislead anybody. You don't lead anybody on. You don't have to take any cryptic shots at anybody else to get those people on board. What you do is you release it as a mobile. You let people know it's going to be a mobile game, and you reach out to those people who have influence to take a look at that mobile game and to push that mobile game. Real simple concept. This way you don't piss anybody off because they know what they're getting into ahead of time. You know, like, all right, there really isn't going to be much hype until you start showing the visuals. But they kind of did it backwards. They did it backwards. They lead you on and then show you the visuals. Or they lead you on and then say sign up, and then you're pretty much signed up. So you're going to get this code anyway. And then you let us know it's going to be a mobile game? No. Again, the signs were there. There were signs there. And I'm going to read an email that I got from NY Kia. But the signs were there that this possibly could have been a mobile game. And, you know, I don't want to say people chose to ignore them. It just, as cryptic as they were, it's as cryptic as it is on how you would know that this would have been a mobile game. But there definitely were signs there. All right, first let me read this email. Well, not email, but let me read this comment from NY Kia. He says, the YouTubers and social media people who have allowed themselves to detach from reality and allow fantasy to fuel their belief have no one to blame but themselves. They allowed themselves to be duped by God knows where it came from, an OS post, to let their fantasies catch fire. Now, that OS post I didn't believe, like, at all. The only part of it I did kind of believe, which, you know, we started getting hints on about it later, was that it would be coming to Xbox One and PC and it being exclusive. So that one I did kind of latch on to. They then refused to check themselves when faced with pretty telltale signs, which would be gross background being in mobile apps, no footage, no known developer, no confirmation of platforms, releasing 6-second clips of low-res or 6-second low-res clips. Meanwhile, they continued to fuel the fire by hyping up how it's going to embarrass Madden on Twitter. Montana and Grow did nothing but sit back and use the community to push this product for them, tweeting out things like "you've waited long enough" and "more than a roster update." This combination of master troll job by Damon Grow and stupidity of people on YouTube and social media. And I have to agree. I have to agree with everything he said there. It can't be disputed. We're trolled. And through the power of social media and the whole notion of if it's on the internet, it must be true. You got duped and you fell for it. And I can sympathize with you. And this is why I lowered my expectations of this, because I was just saying there's no way that this is ready. It's just not. And it was proven, but my God, what a bombshell of disapproval here. My God. Like, give us a warning or something. Damon Grow didn't even want to look in the camera. Did you see him, man? I might put him up on the screen, but did you see him, man, looking at the camera? That was crazy to me. That was crazy. So let me just go over my notes to make sure that I covered everything I wanted to. Okay, we were duped. Was their idea of using social media a good one? Okay, was their idea of using social media a good idea? I would say yes, it was a good idea. But at the same time, we see what came from it. Just using social media alone can grant you sales, especially if you attract the right people and you attract the right influencers. But if you don't take advantage of those influencers that you do attract, then you could possibly turn those influencers off, or you could, let's say you do use them, and it could escalate your product way beyond what you thought it would do. What's the idea behind the mobile app? Well, again, I'm going with my notes here. I would say that the idea behind the mobile app is mobile apps now are getting to a point where they're starting, I don't want to say taking over, but they're making a shit ton, boatload of money with all of these free-to-play games. It's free-to-play, pay-to-win. And who knows, there might be a point where mobile games are making more than console games. It's very, very possible, which is why consoles have gotten into DLC and things like that, or microtransactions, because mobile apps are doing such a good job at it that the console games had to make a move in order to keep up. and just get that microtransaction money, a dollar here from a million people. Makes you a millionaire. Rhyming accidentally. That's bars, baby. That's bars. Can it succeed on mobile? Yes, it can succeed on mobile if they did it the right way. Since they led us by the balls and misled us, I'm going to say right now, they have to climb the hill rather than be pulled up the hill. Um, it was going to be very easy for them to make noise, and now it's going to be extremely hard for them to make that same noise because they have just turned off a lot of people. Will I be playing it? I'll be giving it a shot. You know, I'm a football guy. I love football. I'm definitely going to give it a shot. I'm going to upload it so that others can see what it is. Am I going to main it? No. Am I going to make it a focal point of mine? No. Am I going to promote it like in the sense of advertisement? If they got a good budget and they want to pay me, I'll do it. And the chances of it moving forward. Again, they turned way too many people off, and that was just very, very poor thinking of them. The first thing that told you it was going to be poor thinking of them was the fact that they didn't even know whether or not there was a demand for a football game. Second, when you know that there's demand for a football game and you're leading people into thinking that it's possibly going to be on console, I mean, damn, answer a question or two. You know, do a Q&A on Twitter so that people could know. Like, too many people was misled into thinking that this could possibly be on Xbox One. And there was actually some people that actually went out and bought an Xbox One for this game. That's fucked up. That's really fucked up. So, with that being said, what's the chances of this game moving forward? The hill for them to climb up is so steep that I don't think they can make it. I don't think that they can make it. The first year is going to get very, very little attention. Hell, it might even be fun. But the people that were going to back it, I could see them pulling off. I could see them pulling off of that train. And don't get me wrong, there's going to be some people that's going to try it out. I myself am going to try it out. There's going to be people that's curious and want to try it out. But it's not going to have longevity. It's not going to be a mainstay. You can't mainstay a football game on a mobile app. There's people questioning me. As a matter of fact, I'm going to look to Twitter because I did get a few questions. Okay, and this one is from Owen Caldwell. I would say the reason they were taking shots at Madden is to get those people that agree with them about Madden not being up to their expectations. They wanted to get them on board with them over at Joe Montana's game, so that they could be hyped about it and that they could start tweeting about it and tweeting about it. It's just how you use social media to get people in an uproar. This one's from Tay63 Dogs. Will it be like the Madden Mobile and Ultimate Team aspect? I can't really say on that one because I've never played the Madden Ultimate Team mobile game, but I did see that there was actually some sort of gameplay in it, and to me it looks more like a fleshed out football game. So I can't really say on that one because I didn't play the Madden Mobile, but I do believe that there might be a little more depth, being that they're promoting this as an actual football game. And this one's from Crunk Girl 711. Yes, we were catfished. We were all bamboozled. And I want to see your tits.